Hello and welcome to this demonstration of TrueChart for Power BI. My name is Timo Bayer and I'm a consultant with High Coordination in Germany, focusing on Microsoft technology. I will guide you through the demo today. This demo is available at our webpage www.truechart.com. I will show you the different functionalities of our report. What you can see here is kind of an overview for our report. We have different sheets like a welcome page introducing the report, finance, sales, and human resources information that gives you just a quick overview, tells you a little bit about TrueChart, about IBCS, different functionalities, and what we've included in that report. All right, let's move on to the first sheet. Let's go to the finance sheet. What we can see here right at the beginning is the most iconic chart or rather table for finance, the P&L chart. We chose it to show that a table can be more than just numbers, like looking at the waterfall chart, or the needle charts at the bottom. And if you're familiar with IBCS, you'll already feel comfortable with the table. Like if you know nothing about IBCS, just short sum up is like in IBCS, same things should look the same and always mean the same. And when you're looking at the time perspective, like the previous year data and the actual data, you'll see that the previous year data is in a gray and the actual data is black. If you're going forward and looking at the forecast, we'll see this white and black hatched pattern. Also, we get different coloring for the deltas, where green always means positive and red always means negative values. Yeah, so that kind of is short sum up of IBCS, but IBCS is not just coloring, right? What you can see here is an overview from the revenue over to cost and contribution margin. And additionally, we also included the EBIT and net income. One time in the top for absolute values and on the bottom for relative values. And as you can see here, this is also an IBCS standard for relative values to take a needle chart that you can see here for the deltas at the bottom. We also made this report flexible, so you can choose different dates. You can choose the region you want to see the P&L chart for, different product groups, customers, etc. You also can switch between month and date, month and year to date, as you can see right here. And if you're looking at the region, we can also choose, for example, Switzerland. And if you focused on the visual, and I would like you to do that, you'll see that when I'm switching between the region Switzerland and overall, the visual has changed. And compare the revenue values before and after. I'm going to filter on that. Let's do that. And as you can see, our revenue is lower than previous year, but due to cost reduction, we had a positive result in the end. Also, if we want to filter on food, for example, or drink, we decided for another visualization. So we just wanted to show the P&L chart to a certain level, to the contribution margin, and not showing EBIT and net income. Yeah, so we've talked about filtering, we've talked a little bit about IBCS, but what you can see right here is a rating and a comment section. So this is another great feature and functionality of TrueChart. for Power BI, you can enter comments based on a line level. So they are called inline comments. And I'm just gonna add my 2 cents right here. I could also say I want to format that a little bit, put a bit color onto it. It's just as easy as that. So those comments are, let me just show that. We now could change the month, for example. You see there are no comments for month April yet. Those comments are stored in a SQL database, and they might be distributed to all other technologies TrueChart works with, like Excel, Click, or JAX. So yeah, pretty great functionality. I would say let's move on from finance to sales. This is our sales dashboard we created, and what we wanted to show here is that we can reach a pretty high information density, bringing a high amount of information into a limited space. So as you can see here, it's a lot of information put in onto one page. Small time chart with some deltas on the right. Yeah, so that was our incentive at the sales dashboard, sales sheet. Here you could filter, for example, looking at Samantha Allen, how has she performed, and which were her best clients and products. Yeah, also have the possibility to switch between the different months. As you can see right here, the month changes depending on the filtering, showing monthly and year-to-date values. That's pretty much it for the sales sheet. And I would say let's move on to the HR, to the human resources sheet. What you can see right here is kind of a break in the visualization. So when you're looking at the right side, you'll see our diversity KPIs with a light blue and pink coloring. And that's another thing we wanted to show on that page, on the HR sheet, is that TrueChart for Power BI is an IBCS certified tool. It is kind of certified to represent the idea of IBCS, the International Business Communication Standards. But you can see that TrueChart is not only an IBCS tool, it is way more. It is a visualization tool that has different possibilities regarding the coloring and the representation of data. So what that you can see right here, that is not an IBCS standard. So there you could put your CI, for example, or depending on what you like, coloring, representation, right? Another thing is, we already talked about inline commenting. There's another thing in TrueChart that's called perspective commenting. And you can see that right here. Here we got our perspective commenting section, where we also can add different comments. And you can place that anywhere or position that anywhere in the visual you would like to. You can write here as many comments as you want. This is my second comment. And another great feature is that you can not only write comments, but you can also link comments to different data points. For example, if I want to comment this spike right here in October, or if I want to comment this pretty bad delta, I can do that and I can link that. Also time-based, as you've seen, And right, so I hope you guys had fun looking at our short introduction and representation, showing possibilities you have or you might have with TrueChart for Power BI, and I wish you a good day, and hopefully we'll see each other next time.